In the last video, I spoke about thought being the missing link. Missing link between your happiness and your sorrow. Missing link between the formless, the spiritual fundamental that we are, and the form. The form that we can see, though it being an illusion, that I will come to later. Today I will harp on a very important thing, rather one of the most important things I'll say in this paradigm for you to understand, because once you understand it insightfully, again I'm telling you repeatedly, don't try to understand it intellectually, because you can't. We cannot understand this thing, what I am going to discuss over here, intellectually with the analytical mind, because of only one thing, that the scope of this very thing that we are discussing here is beyond the intellect. Intellect is nothing but memory. The role of intellect is nothing but to choose between a good memory or a bad memory, between to engage or to let go. Intellect is nothing but memory. So please don't try to understand this thing, what we are discussing over here, with the intellectual mind, with the analytical mind. And also try not to just listen to the words. Try to listen to the very fact, the intrinsic fact which the words point to. There you will find the answer. So the thing that we are going to discuss today is that all feelings are created by thought. What Sydney Banks uncovered in 1973 in his enlightenment experience is that all feelings are created by thought alone. None of our feelings are created by circumstances, by events, by people, by occurrences outside, in the outside world. None of our feelings, none of our experiences are created by anything other than the power of thought. All feelings are created by thought. Again, I'd like to point to you again and again and again and again this very simple fact. Each and every feeling is always created from thought. Each and every feeling is only created from thought. Now I can also repeat the sentence in a different way, in a little bit of different way, that each and every experience is only created from thought. Each and every experience is always created from thought, and nothing but thought. If we can understand this very simple thing, the truth, then our world will turn upside down for the better, for the better, for the very best. Because once we understand that all our feelings are created from thought, that means from inside of us, not from outside of us, because our thoughts only exist inside of us. Not in the brain, in the mind. Brain is just an organ. Brain is just like an antenna to catch thoughts. Thought is a spiritual element, formless, infinite, creative energy, limitless, boundless, formless, These thoughts create the feelings we have, the experiences we have, moment by moment, moment by moment. Right now, the particular thought you are having the experience of that thought. The very next moment, when the thought disappears and another thought comes in, you are going to have the experience of the new thought in the moment. In that sense, it is truly said in all the spiritual traditions that only the now exists. The past does not exist. The future does not exist. What exists is only the now, this very present moment. Because we can only feel, we can only experience this very present moment, none beyond that. To understand this thing, it's a kind of a opening a Pandora's box with all the goodies of life, with all the goodies the universe can offer. Once you realize that your experiences, your feelings are not dependent on anything outside of you, then no more you are a victim. No more you are a victim of your circumstance. No more you are a victim of the events that are happening in your life. No more you are a victim of any other person who can have any say over you. Be it your friend, be it your enemy, be it the closest person in your life. If someone asks, how are you feeling today? I say, generally people say, okay, perhaps not feeling much good today, feeling a little bit bad. Why? Because the weather is not good today. This very cloudy, no sun, no warmth. Another day, we may ask someone, how are you feeling today? Oh, I feel lovely. How come? Okay, my best friend who has been living in the US for so many years, right now, today he has come over, and all of a sudden it's kind of a surprise. So we are meeting after so many years, so it's a kind of lovely. So on what things are actually your thoughts dependent, your feelings are dependent here? In the first case, the weather. It can change anytime. So your feelings can change anytime. You're a victim. In the second case, your feelings are dependent on your best friend's coming. Your best friend may come, may not come. Not dependent on you. So again, you are a victim. Victim because you are leaving your feelings on somebody else, on someone else, on some other circumstance, on some other event. Can you get the point? The very power to how I feel right now, if I give it to somebody else, to give it to someone else, give it to something else, give it to some event outside of me, then I'm a victim. Because I don't have any control over somebody else. I don't have any control over the circumstances. I don't have any control over the events which are happening in my life. So I'm a victim. Every moment I have to be kind of worried, anxious. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? No. Sidney Banks comes in and he says a wonderful thing, that all our feelings come only from our own thoughts. The thought in the moment, that is created by the principle of thought. The thinking in the moment, that is created by the principle of thought, which is common to everyone. So in a stroke of enlightenment, Sidney Banks severed the connection between our feelings and all outside stimuli. In one stroke of enlightenment, Sidney Banks established the connection between our feelings and only our thoughts, giving us the power to take control of our own lives. Isn't it wonderful? Reflect on it, think about it. We'll discuss more in the coming videos. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.